We have been assembling a 1981 ATC 110 Honda. The engine at this point has been assembled, everything except for the starter, located in the back there. In this video, I'm going to show the teardown and reassembly of the Recoil starter. This starter, as you can see, there's a little problem with the cord. The starter works, but the cord won't retract all the way. So this is a pretty hard fix, and it takes a lot of tools. Alright, let's see if we have all the tools we need. Start off with, we'll need a long nose pliers, and that's it. Okay, you notice in the back of the clutch there's a little notch right here, okay? Showing up on the screen right there. Alright, what you want to do is you want to rotate this so that the notch is opposite the cord. Then you reach in with your pliers and you pull the cord out. Okay, the cord will be in that notch. So then what you want to do is you want to wind it to clockwise. Well, first you're going to put that cord in the notch. And then you're going to wind it clockwise. So put a little more tension on it. 1 or 2 turns. We'll try one. If that's not enough, we'll do another one. Okay, it's retracting now. Hard fix, right? If tightening up the cord didn't fix your starter, then you may need to take it apart to find out what's wrong with it. And the first thing you need to do is cut the cord off, the handle off, if it's not already off. And then in here there's a snap ring and a washer, so you need to take those off next. When you take them off, you want to hold down on it a little bit because there's a spring under there that'll come off. Okay, now there's 3 little springs. Oh, one of them is broken. We take the 3 springs off and these 3 parts off here. Take the spring off the middle and the whole thing should pull off. And there's a spring inside. Take that off. Now we get the fun of putting everything back together again. We're ready to start putting the starter back together now. And everything's laid out pretty much in the order that's going to go back together. So we'll start with putting the spring into the case. And that's probably the hardest part of the whole job. I know I have a lot of trouble with it, but what you want to do is start wrapping it up. And when you get it wound down tight enough to where this diameter is smaller than this diameter in here, so because it has to slide inside there, then we'll put it in. Okay, I think it's about small enough now, so let's hold it down with a pair of pliers. And you notice this end has a little hole in it, and it goes over, there's a little bump on here, okay? That's so it doesn't slide back out again. And we want to put this end on first before we start letting it recoil, otherwise they'll never get it in there right. Uh-oh. Got away from me. We'll wrap it up again. and you hold it down as it recoils. Okay, and it's on there. It's on down flat, so that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, next we're going to want to put the rope on the pulley here. You wrap it around clockwise, and you stick it out through this little slot here. We can tighten that up later. This little hook on the bottom here, it has to hook into the inside of the spring. And the problem is the spring is resting up against the shaft. So we've got to hold it away. And what I use is a little piece of wire, and I'll stick it through the hole where the cord goes. And use it to hold the spring away a little bit. And you want to put this down so it'll turn so it'll be about in the right position. And then pull the wire out. Okay, it's recoiling, so I'm going to put it together first so things don't go flying apart again. I'm going to put this washer on now, the one with the flat end. Find the flat spot on the shaft there and slide it over. The spring. Oh, it's out of order. And these little cogs go on next. And it's indented to the right shape. Probably should put a little oil in there. And on this shaft too. Okay, now these three springs go on, and they go on so the round side is facing out. Okay, and you put this part on. Put the flat washer on and the snap ring. You tighten up the cord and put the handle on. Okay, I can wrap this around a couple times. Then we can push it out through that hole for the cord. Okay, if I want to tie a knot in it while you're putting the handle on so it doesn't get away from you. Okay, it's working now.